On board the destruction Cessna, Aaliyah and 8 others, including a delegate for Virgin Records and a cosmetics craftsman. Yet to do it, the manner in which he did, it seems like another, all-around monitored secret by the business is being uncovered. And somebody may at last go down for being engaged with the troublesome end of Iron Star Aaliyah. As Puma Wright as of late spilled, she has strong stone data on Jay-Z's contribution in the strange occurrence that took the vocalist's life. And presently the music magnate is after her for talking reality. It seems like this story is certainly worth your time, so we should dive into subtleties. Greetings everybody. And welcome back to Celeb Live channel. It's been over a long time since Sovereign of Metropolitan Papalia died, yet the bits of gossip about the reason for her end don't appear to subside right up until today. Fans and family interest for her case to be resumed, and with new subtleties coming from Panther right about Aaliyah being sedated and taken to that plane that had later crashed. It very well might be feasible to reveal more insight into this episode, particularly thinking about that Panther faults some high-profile industry figures in intending to dispose of this young lady. It was breakdown, and he's removed from the game and afterwards saw Jay-Z. It's all Jay-Z, as you might be aware. In August 2001, artist Aaliyah unfortunately lost her life after a plane bound for Miami crashed under a moment after departure in the Bahamas. The authority examination expressed that the little airplane had surpassed its distributed weight, and it made it challenging for the pilot to control. Anyway, Aaliyah's fans and her family don't buy these falsehoods, and they accept that the artist's end was favorable for a few strong figures in the business like Jay-Z. And albeit the music portable has never been formally charged for that, who understands the subtleties better than an individual who had been working with Jay for quite a long time. This, as you realize, very few individuals have a direct record of what this man is doing and what he's going to do. As per Panther, a ton of subtleties in this story doesn't make any sense. And she accepts that Jay-Z truly had his motivations to dispose of this young lady among the primary things. Panther specifies individual desire starts things out. It's anything but a mysterious that Jay-Z was on adoration with Aaliyah. And surprisingly, her then sweetheart, Damn Scramble, uncovered that Jay was keen on dating the vocalist, as he said the battle for the artist's consideration for extreme. Everyone was attempting to get to Aaliyah. It was not simply Jay. I did not realize Jay was attempting to holler at her, however, at that point. It happened like that. He was attempting, I was attempting, everyone was attempting. He was going hardwell, as Puma currently says, on the off chance that Aaliyah had picked Jay-Z and not woman. Back in the days, she could be in the spot of Beyonce as the music big shot's accomplice and undeniably popular star. And she additionally referenced that it was all not happenstance, that the hour of Aaliyah's sad occurrence and the emergency in Beyonce's profession somewhat occurred simultaneously. By the way, wasn't this inside and out when Aaliyah passed on? Definitely. And Beyonce's performance vocation was battling. Evidently, Jay-Z couldn't permit another young lady rule the Smash B stage other than his better half. And that is the reason he needed to forfeit one of them. And as Puma accepts, the decision was simple, since Aaliyah started dating Run and Jay-Z wound up with Beyonce. And he frantically needed to assist her with solo careering, obviously close to really sure and fruitful. Aaliyah Beyonce didn't look so exceptional. It's cool, I believe it's extraordinary. Are you agreeable? No doubt I thoroughly embrace it. Like I said, I was hot at 10 right, so something should have been finished to allow the future Sovereign B an opportunity to sparkle. And you understand what occurred after Aaliyah's plane took off and made a beeline for Miami anyway. It's overall generally hypothesized that the episode was coordinated, and since that plane crashed, numerous writers were attempting to uncover reality. And it seems like one of them prevail in her 2021 book entitled Child Young Lady, also called Aaliyah. The Duralist Kathy Handley shares the full story of Aaliyah's last hours and it expresses that the vocalist wouldn't load onto the plane back to Miami, since she felt anxious seeing such a minuscule airplane the plane, and she generally had an intense apprehension about planes overall, so she needed to defeat a trepidation to get on that plane. The 22-year-old whining she had a cerebral pain move once again into the shabby van and sat down on the secondary lounge to have a rest. And think, as one observer, the child of a lease driver in Bahamas, reviewed one of the vocalist's colleagues, gave her a pill which she took prior to falling into a profound rest. The reality. Airy brings up a ton of unexpected issues you need to begin asking yourself inquiries subsequent to being in this business. For this long, assuming you're a mostly smart, well, clearly, in the wake of being given a puzzling pill, Aaliyah had no way out on the ground, but in spite of her fights she had been conveyed inside the airplane. And you realize that occurred after that the flight took off at 6:50 p.m. Yet it had just got somewhere in the range of 60 and 100 feet in the air before plunging down to the ground. Aaliyah and 6 of the 8 others on board were gone quickly. 2 others died later in medical clinic. Yet her life, her fantasies. While the world cautioned Aaliyah for a really long time, and certain individuals can't move past the way that another youthful ability left us for suddenly, there were individuals who figured out how to involve this misfortune for their potential benefit. And yes, as you might get, it's Jay-Z's and his future spouse, Sovereign B. And as per Puma, it had all been organized on the grounds that it was uncovered that the seat on the underlying personal luxury plane that Aaliyah should take had been taken by Promotion Williams. And it possibly adds to hypothesis of Jay-Z association when you watch the video Plastered in Adoration, coordinated by Publicity Williams, where Beyonce is holding an honor in the initial scenes, joined by a vile song, as though image something that it might have been pseudonym on the off chance that she consented to date Jay-Z. Fans don't believe that this is a fortuitous event, since with regards to Jay-Z, there can't be something like this. Since that video was delivered, many individuals guessed that Aaliyah's plane accident was coordinated by the music tycoon, and her end was a penance, as one individual remarked. Jay-Z got with Beyonce after Aaliyah's demise. Then Beyonce went it alone, and wasn't Rihanna Jay-Z's protege. During that too, it benefited much after Lee's passing, and another client added a many individuals, saying that Jay-Z is working with the federal authorities. And that is the reason Jay-Z never went to prison for Lee episode. Likewise might be only a peculiar occurrence, yet nobody, particularly Panther, thinks it is the way that Jay-Z and Beyonce opened up to the world about their relationship that very year Aaliyah died. And what's considerably really stunning, a couple of months after, in October 2021, Beyonce's band Predetermination's Kid declared they were going on a 2-year rest to deal with solo ventures. And on the off chance that you folks don't have a clue about every one of the subtleties of this couple's relationship, here's another clue that they had something to do with Aaliyah's less than ideal end. The team's most memorable joint effort was a 2002 melody called 3 Bonnie and Clyde, clearly propelled by the picture of 2 hoodlums who are frequently romanticized by individuals as a lovebirds revolting from power and being against the world. As Puma says, it could be only a wild connivance, yet you understand what it seems like the timing couldn't be more ideally suited for the future sovereign honeybee's performance vocation to take off, in light of the fact that the fundamental